Welcome back everyone to Penny Plays the Brawler, where we are back here with Haldir to learn about the worries of Celeborn.
It is good to see you again.
It is true that you have defeated Mazog in his own lair? You are truly an astonishing to me, my friend. I did not really expect the rumor to be true. Let me know when you're ready to see Lord Celeborn, and I will bring you to him as he requested. Alright, let's go.
The defeat of Mazog has sent ripples of hope throughout the dwarves of the Iron Garrison. Though it be short-lived, my husband Celeborn must be satisfied with that victory, and turn his eyes towards other dangers on the horizon.
We do not allow outsiders into the Golden Wood.
But you're allowed here, and Lord Celeborn is waiting. Come with me, for he greatly desires to speak with you. Alright? This way. And through the leaves. More like Malloran leaf than pine leaf, though. Alright, there we go. Celeborn. Thank you, Haldir. You have surprised me. Not only did you defeat Guaralun the Karog and diminish the corrupting influence of Buzankar, but you also managed to broker a peace of sorts between the elves and dwarves forced to stand together. That may seem a lesser matter when measured against such a creature as Growlun, but do not mistake it. Friendship between elf and dwarf may count for much in the days ahead. But I do not agree with one matter here. Mazog is an enemy, and a foul one. His life should not have been spared. He cannot stay here. You cannot see it from here, Pine Punch, but far to the east, beyond those leaves, a great cloud lies always over Dol Guldur in southern Mirkwood. An evil stirs there, and it lies in watchfulness. It does not have the strength to move against us, unless Sauron himself wages war upon Lorien. But his power is growing. We cannot wait for the force of Dol Guldur to come forth in strength. You must continue to be our eyes and ears, Pine Punch. To that end, I give you a gift, a cloak of elf make. Few indeed have been given such garments. May it serve you well on the road ahead, wherever it may lie. I thank you for the deeds that you have already done, and also for those that you will surely do in the future. Haldir will show you out, of course. Of course he will. So what now?
When the time comes for us to cross the river and fight, I will call for you.
The winds of change are blowing, Pine Punch, and I fear that they carry with them the onset of war. Lothlorien cannot remain isolated and in safety forever. Lord Celeborn's gaze must turn towards Mirkwood and the great shadow that lies over Dol Guldur. When the time comes to cross the river and fight, as it seems we must, I will call for you. Had I once thought it might not be necessary? I don't think so any longer. Too many signs seem to point in that direction. Stay well. We will have need of you yet. Alright, and I get one of three styles of cloak, meaning... Oh, that's right. This one, the one with might in it, yes, we have got to remember, I'm a brawler, not a warden. That's always tricky, isn't it? So what next? Let's see. Well, we're going to book 8 now. Book 9, of course, will be...
The preparations required by the Golden Host will take some time.
Yes, Lord Celeborn is making preparations for a great incursion into Mirkwood, not for conquest, but to forestall the attack from Dol Guldur that must surely come. We are gathering supplies and making all things ready for the passage of the Malathrim, the Golden Host, and the Lord and Lady are carefully selecting those who will lead it. One of those, I think, will likely travel with the Golden Host is named Isuriel. She's a student of history and of the mysteries of the natural world, and spoke often with Mithrandir on the rare occasions as his business brought him to the Golden Wood. She seeks to know the true nature of things and loves the unraveling of puzzles and secrets above all else. Isuriel has been asking for you, Pine Punch. She wished to hear the tale of Mazog's capture and the depths of Moria and from your lips, and had questions to ask of you. Look for her in the high flat above Karen Amroth. Back to Karen Amroth to find out what's going on there. Ah, here's Isuriel.
Tell me what happened following Mazog's capture. How did you escape the throne room?
It is a pleasure to meet you at last, Pine Punch, and I hope that you will assist the Golden Host when the time comes to push forward into Mirkwood. Lord Celeborn has asked me to be involved in planning of the offensive, and in order to fully understand the mind of the captive Mazog, I listened to Coronthiel's account of his capture. With interest, I learned of your infiltration through the secret way into the throne room of Mazog, but Coronthiel seized her tail at the point where the orc leader was captured. I pressed her for more information, but she said that the memory was grim, and she did not desire to relive it so soon. Tell me what happened following the capture of Mazog. How were you able to escape from the very heart of Mazog's throne room, and with the king of the orcs still in tow? Ah, yes, a little bit that they skipped, I could say. So we're getting a little bit of a flashback going on as a result of that, since this is an instance that we'll be running involving Mazog. But since we're just talking to her about this and describing to her, in a way it's happening in the past, so obviously we must have survived it, right? Now, I must admit that I find this instance to be a little bit on the grim side myself, and a bit annoying on there, so that's why I usually skip Book 8 when I do this. But I think that seeing how the Brawler works on this one is going to be a good part for this series, which is why I decided to include it.
I'm ready to hear the rest of the story.
I want to know how you were able to escape from Rajdurniel, the very seat of Mazog's power, with the Orc King still in capture. I could not have been easy. Oh yes, of course, which is why I skip the book so often.
Isuriel listened to the tale of your adventure along the secret road into Rajdurniel, where the Orc King Mazog was seized by the dwarves. But there was more to the story, and now she waits for you to tell it.
It is too soon to celebrate over much, Pine Punch. I know, but to have come even this far is something of extraordinary. And yet, I wonder, Mazog is of great value to the forces of the enemy. Can it be that they will consider a trade? If we were to bring Mazog before the gates of Dol Guldur, would Gurthel accept Mazog's life in trade for that of my cousin Bori? I have sworn a vow that my axe shall end Mazog's life. But if greater good can be accomplished by his survival, well, it becomes a more difficult question, Pine Punch. We cannot abandon Bori now. No, we cannot. If we trade Mazog for my cousin's freedom, we must do so. I mean no disrespect, Broin, but this can't be. We can't show Mazog even the slightest mercy. How many dwarves has he slain? How many of our people have died because of him? That's enough, Orvar! How many elves and dwarves alike will suffer if Mazog is permitted to live, I wonder? What do you think, Pine Punch? Oh, you're asking my opinion. Oh, wonderful. I agree we must spare Mazog's life. Mazog is too dangerous to remain alive. Well, unfortunately, there is the rule of prisoners. Someone is surrendered and under your power. You can't just kill them. So, I'm not too anxious about this harebrained scheme, but I'm afraid we gotta spare him because of the scenario. I knew I could count on you, my friend. You were with Bori when he was captured after all. It must weigh on you as greatly as it does on me. If only I had never brought Ziegelberg forth from the darkness where it lay. But it's too late for regrets. Instead, let us plan for the future. Though I find it distasteful, we have no choice unless we be to leave Bori to die in torment within the dungeons of Dol Guldur, and that is no choice at all. Mazog will live. We will bring him to Dol Guldur and trade his freedom for that of my cousin. All right. Thank you. It pains me truly, it does, but we need Mazog. I hope you two know what you're doing. It's my decision to make, and I have made it. You ready, Pine Punch? Take these shackles and use them to bind Mazog's wrists. You came here with shackles just in case we found Mazog. Yes, they are made of iron and should be strong enough to keep him secure as we fight our way from this place. Fine. Bind me at your peril, Hobbit. You think these shackles are gonna bind Mazog in his own domain? You are a fool if you think I cannot sunder this bracelet with even the smallest effort. But I'll wait until you're most vulnerable, Hobbit, and then you will feel my hands around your neck. Well, he's bound for the moment. Now we need to make our way from this place, but I fear that we've taken too long already. This place will soon be swarming with orcs. If we hope to escape from here with our lives and that of our captive, we need someone to manage the flow of battle. I suggest that you accept this role. Because you're the player character, you will need to tell us when the support role will be, and the battle ebbs and flows. Should we focus on improving your morale, your power, or your strength on all your attacks, or fortitude, or your defense? Right. Shout your commands by this banner. Yes. Okay, fine. We want morale, power, defense, or offense. How about make myself really, really powerful? Yeah, let's go. Let them quake. Let them quiver. Let them die. Because we are trying to show off the Brawler here. And what better way to do that than with some truly powerful attacks, right? And now it's your turn. Any more? Or is that it? More! That's right, I forgot. Mazog might have commentary. Stop dying, you useless maggots! Of course! I forgot. What is this battle without commentary from Mazog? Oh well. Any more? Ah. Oh well, let's see. I gotta be in a position so I could see the commentary. Can none of you kill these fools? let's see. Now's our chance. Let's move. All right. He really needs to be on a tether. He can run pretty fast. Yeah, he needs to be on a tether. Unfortunately, he's not. Get ready. Here they come. Oh. See, Battle Flow 8. Oh, actually, no, that's my skill there. Let's see. I've got more where that came from. Well, let's see here. And now what happens if I... That gives me... Yeah, offensive support. What does that give me? Oh, it doubles my damage? Wow. That's nice. I think you need that in order because it would be a tough instance, I think, with that. That's... Yeah, stop dying, you worms. Yeah. Well... Oh, troll. Aha! You can't hope to defeat my trolls! Yeah. Hey! Oops. Where's the other troll? Useless maggots, they only brought one? We must continue. I know. Look at this. They're letting Mazog run up ahead, and you wonder, how is it that we managed to succeed in this? And then he compliantly stops. We're not out of this yet. Who knows what's going to happen here? Actually, let's get our offensive up. I agree. Deadly attack is best. There we go. A deadly attack. So there's always so that's one problem, is remembering to talk to the banner at the beginning of it, because the first wave I keep on forgetting to use it. They've somehow got behind us! Oopsie daisy. There you go. We are really knocking them down now. Okay, good. Hey, actually, do I have time to take a snack? No, I don't. Either that or turning around to get a better look broke the meal. Which is always a possibility, I could just imagine. Free me, you spineless curs! Oh, you always choose the worst times to move on, don't you? Maybe I should have eaten before the first round is. That sounds like probably the best way of handling that. Yeah, alright, let's go. I think that's one of the things I don't like about this, is how quickly the next combat starts after they plant the banners. I think that the ones in Mirkwood that have something similar to this, they don't start the next round until you actually click on the banner. But here, you just don't get a break. Yeah, see? They come in too early. So, alright, that did answer the question on whether I was interrupting the meal by moving or if I was interrupted. You'll pay for that! Or whether it was just a result of them arriving. Oh. Oh, the troll. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, you charged me for the metal and didn't let me do anything. Alright, almost there. Once we reach Uraku, should be safe. Zerther? Yeah, I don't believe this worthless curs. Said, why? I mean, why are we allowing Mazog to run out ahead? That is the most illogical thing about this, about the entire Mazog line, is how he's always permitted to do that. We've made it! Is that what you think? It's too late, Mazog. You will never rule again in Khazad-dûm. Oh, actually, because I think this is one final fight, so I might as well eat before I speak with him. Rule here? You think I want to rule here? I have no desire to rule this miserable kingdom. You have no idea what's happening, do you? Gorthrel's master is generous to his friends. He looks out for them. He tells them things. Mine will be the greatest of all his armies. What reward do you desire? Gorthrel asked me. Only the kingdom that should be mine, I told him. That place will not do, he said. My master has commanded me to draw forth the great terrors of the abyss. That kingdom will never be free of them. He said, and only fools will disbelieve his words. Alright, so the unimaginable darkness is being brought. You think you've defeated me then? You sent them back to the deep shadow, but still they eye the world above. The hunger to return, Gorthel made certain that they would remember the way. So a rematch against Mazog. So, oh my goodness gracious, we need, I think we need this. And whack! There you go. Oh, that was quite a punch. Aha! He submitted again. That was close, Pine Punch. But we have managed to bring Mazog once more under our control. You should have known that he would have some fight left, yes. One thing is certain. We will need to make some stronger shackles to hold our prisoner in the future. Well, that is most certainly true. Okay, perhaps that's more annoying than brutal in there, but we do have all those instances that we also must do, which we'll see how we do that as the Brawler, but for now...
Your tale teaches a valuable lesson. We must not underestimate Mazog.
Well, that is for sure. Yes, your tale of the escape from there with Mazog is still a captive is more harrowing than I expected, and I thank you for recounting it to me. If we were to work with the dwarves to bring Mazog to Dol Guldur as Brorin intends, we must learn from the lesson of the tale. I trust that Broin's people are crafting new shackles for Mazog to begin with the most obvious lesson of the escape. But there is more. The words of Mazog made me wonder. Look first to your own doorstep before taking the fight to that of your enemy, it is said to the wise. Ah, you mean all those nameless.
One thing Mazog said to you troubles me more than any other.
Yes, much of Mazog's ramblings in the depths of Rushdunio could have been empty bluster, or the boastings of threats of a caged animal. But one thing he said troubles me. The revelation that the reward he seeks is to rule another kingdom. Long have the orcs and the dwarves battled the caverns beneath the misty mountains, and the lineage of Mazog has been the forefront of the conflict. If Mazog, son of Azog, and brother of Bolg have decided to abandon rule in Moria, it can only be because he feels that Moria will no longer be fit to rule. What great evil must his ally Gurathal have set in motion in the depths that could not be so devastate the vast kingdom that make it unfit even for the rule of orcs? Return to Gwathrandoth and the Foundations of Stone and speak with Linglamil and Forglen there. They have spent a great deal of time in the depths of and may know something about what we may be facing. Alright, so we need to head back into Gwathrandoth, into the Foundations of Stone, and find out what else is going on down there. And that's what we'll do in the next episode of Piney Plays The Brawler.